An advanced competent leader, Ravi Kumar Mudugula, and his speech titled, "The Most Important Lesson I Have Ever Learned in My MBA."
Business schools teach many things. Can you please shout out some of the important subjects and skills that business schools teach? I'll take the first pass. Finance.
Communication.
Communication, that's a good one.
Leadership.
Leadership, great. Anything else?
Teamwork.
Teamwork, excellent. Okay, these are some of the most important things that business schools teach. Communication, finance, marketing, strategy, leadership, teamwork. But I believe the most important thing that business schools teach is bullshitting. That's right. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, today I'm going to talk about bullshit. What it is, what it is not, why people use it, and how to protect ourselves from people who bullshit. First of all, let me concede. The word bullshit can be construed and perceived as an unparliamentary word and evoke feelings. But let me assure you, in the context that where I'm using it, it is philosophical. In fact, there is major research in a university such as Stanford, and Professor Harry Frankfurt has written a book titled Bullshit. Where did I learn that? If you haven't guessed it already, well, in my business school. Now let me clarify for you. There is a difference between lying and bullshitting. Lying is when you know the truth. Bullshitting is when you don't have any regard for the truth. Let me give you an example. When I asked my 4-year-old son, did you brush your teeth? And let's say he responds, yes, knowing fully well that he did not, then he is lying. But let's say my wife asks me, Ravi, what's going to happen to the US economy in 2012? And then I go off in a tangent explaining her about the rising consumer inflation, commodity prices, trade deficit, and outsourcing. When I don't have an iota of clue what's going to happen to the economy, then I'm bullshitting. Now the next logical question is, why do people bullshit? Well, in my example, when my wife asked me a simple question, and I didn't have a response, and I'm paying thousands of dollars to attend a business school, and 2 days in a week I take off, and I spend countless hours doing homework without doing important things at home, changing diapers and doing dishes. My wife is going to ask me back, hey, don't they teach economics in business school? Ravi, maybe doing MBA is not such a great idea for you. Can you clear out your books from the closet? I need space to keep toys. Wouldn't that be a disaster for me? Likewise, when MBAs take jobs as consultants, managers, or analysts, they're often asked questions that are very disturbing. People ask all sorts of stupid questions. Questions such as, why do you want to increase the price of the product when nobody is buying the product? Why do you want to give loan to someone who doesn't have credit history? And MBAs cannot say, I don't know. They have to make up stories. They have to somehow look knowledgeable. And that's why business schools teach MBAs how to bullshit, so that these guys can go out and survive in their jobs. An important lesson in business is this. If you cannot dazzle someone with your brilliance, baffle them with your bullshit. Let's say you go to your boss and ask a very intelligent question. The boss doesn't know the answer, obviously. So what does the boss has to do? The boss takes very statesman-like posture and deep voice and then says, let me now give you the big picture, a view from 30,000 feet.
Yeah.
And then the boss goes into all sorts of nonsense that the employee doesn't need to know. Why does the boss do? Well, the boss cannot admit ignorance. He has to make up stories and protect his image. Now, being aware of what is bullshit, what it is not, why people do, is really helpful in everyday life. Why? Like it or not, people often bullshit. If you don't know someone is doing that, you might give that person more respect than the person deserves. You might take certain actions based on that person's recommendations, and that might get you into trouble. So it is better to be watchful. So next time when someone says, you know what, I'm thinking about synergies, I'm thinking about vertical integration, I'm thinking about, this is a commodity product. You know, these are all words that people use to circumvent giving an intelligent response. You want to be watchful. In sum, bullshit is different from lying. When you bullshit, you don't know the truth. You have no regard for the truth. And you want to be watchful. Like anything else, bullshitting is a skill, and business schools excel in teaching that skill. That's my bullshit about bullshit. Mr. Toastmaster.